Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Done everyone? Then in the dashboard routing module, right? I've added the user dashboard module. People, once you're done with this, please let me know.
Done.
Done everyone? People, I'm not able to hear any response from your end.
Yeah, done.
Okay. Now, what about others? Raghu, Deepak, Purnima, is it done? Jyoti? Okay. Sure. Next part. Balaji also replied. Okay. Now, people, here we stored the token also, correct? We stored the token into the session storage. That is fine. Now, let's have a discussion with some UI specifications. Now, the first requirement which I'm getting is we will have a look over here. After login, it should render the user dashboard. Correct, everyone? We're done with this, right?
Abhi, we
And
are seeing the browser, not the other one.
oh, sorry, just a second. Now. Thanks, Vignesh. Now, are you able to see this? After login, right? It should render the user dashboard. We are done with this, correct? Now, and after login, if you know that browser by mistake it is closed, and if I hit my site again or application again, then it should take me to the user dashboard. First thing. Second thing will be I have done my login directly. Now after the login, if I want to access slash profile or slash comments or slash dashboard or slash dashboard slash admin, etc. Okay. So all these things can be accessible directly, yes or no? This is what we are expecting. These things should be accessible directly or not.
Abhi, one clarification. If the browser is closed by mistake, then it should take to the login page again or to the user dashboard.
No. User dashboard, Vignesh. Vignesh, have a look over here. My token is stored, right, Vignesh? Over here.
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm closing the. Have a look over here. I copied this URL, okay, because I don't want to type it again. I closed it, right?
Okay.
I'm opening it. I'm pressing F12. And I'm pasting my URL again. Now we will have a look over here. Here, is it holding my token? First point.
No.
Correct. It's not holding my token. Why? Because session storage is it specific for the user or not?
Correct. Yeah.
Session storage is specific to the user. Right. Now, what I'm expecting to fulfill this, right? Here, I'll do a small change in my source code. What do you think? Tell me. Instead of having session storage, now can I have a local storage or not?
Yeah.
In my local storage, I have a token directly. Correct. So based on this, right? If I'll hit this location directly, it will show it to me again. That is not a problem. Right? Another thing is, in addition to this only, if I'm already logged in, okay, then if I hit my application, then it should take me to the dashboard. Correct, everyone? Yes or no? Well, I'm going to chop down the generic requirements or not. Hello. People, whatever the requirements I'm going to put it in front of you, right? These are the generic requirements or not for any application.
Yeah.
Hello. People, did you get my points or not?
Yes, sir.
Here, right? Whatever the requirements that I'm putting it in front of you, right? These are the generic requirements or not? We have to consider these generic requirements while developing the application, right? Okay. Next point. Fourth requirement. After login, my navbar contents should be changed, correct? People, this sign up and login should be disabled, and instead of that, we want logout, correct? And when you'll perform the logout, right? What we are expecting? Remove local storage content. redirect to landing page. Correct, everyone? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And one more thing, it should render the dashboard page and display welcome username. Did you get the point? Welcome username in the sense, whatever the username is there, right? It should display that username. Is it clear or not?
Correct.
Correct. Another thing is, people here, did you get the point or not? Now here, to slash profile comments dashboard slash dashboard admin slash dashboard users, all these things should be accessible. But when you have a valid token or not? After login only you will get the token, correct, everyone? After login only we'll get the token, correct? After login only we'll get the token, and based on that token only it should complete the stuff. All of you clear with the requirements or not now?
Yeah.
Okay, now one more thing. People, in every HTTP call, right, have we set that header options, correct?
Yeah.
Application slash
Yeah.
JSON content type, correct? We did it in one service, agree, everyone? This work we did it in one of the services in my application, but this is a generic requirement in application or not? Correct, everyone? So I don't want to provide it for each and every interaction. Need a generic solution. Did you get this last point or not? Correct. This is what we are. This one is also we are expecting. Correct. And well, these are my private routings or not? Private routing means what? They should be accessible via token or not? If you have a token, then only then it will be accessible, otherwise it will not.
Right.
Did you get my point or not? These things, profile, comments, dashboard admin, dashboard users, right? They should be accessible. They should be accessible only when they should be accessible via token. So every time before providing the access for this token for this slash profile comments related routings, right? First of all, we have to check that your token is, if you have a token or not. Second point, if you have the token, then we have to check that whether the token is valid or not. People, if I'll go and write it into each and every component, right, that would be a mess up or not. So here what we are expecting, I want to write it once and I want to apply it for wherever I need. I should apply it over there, correct or not? So this is also our one of the key requirement, right? So these things we have to complete in today's session. And along with this, right, we're going to deal with the custom directive, then pipe, and discussion on Angular 8 new features. Clear, everyone? These are the things that we are going to cover up in today's discussion. Here we want to display welcome username message, correct? Here we have only one option, that is token, correct? Here we have only a single option, that is a token, correct? Now people, inside this token, could you please tell me what are the exact contents that will get it inside the token? Any one of you? Some random characters I'm able to see in a token. See, people, I'll just show you the content, okay? Now, people, what I'm doing here, I have copied this token, correct? And I'll go to a site called jwt.io. Here, for generating the token, right, I have used the default specification. I have used a well, this is my token, correct? So here I'm using HS256 algorithm only, okay? And here this secret encryption and all now, I'm not using very high level one or the secured one, okay? I'm using a regular one, okay? So that's the reason my token contents are we are able to see. Now internally, we will are able to see this red color stuff. This red color stuff will give you the clarity regarding the algorithm and the token type. Pink color stuff will give you the clarity regarding the payload or the data. The last part will be your signature. Clear or not? People, in this case, right? Do we need to parse the token or not?
That's
Did you
right.
get my point? Do you need to pass this token or not? For that purpose, here we'll get a known module called npm jwt -decode. Clear, everyone? This jwt-decode, what it will do? Will it help you to read your token details or not? Which is encrypted, right? In short, can we extract the information from this JWT decode, right? So for that purpose, I need to install a new library. When you will come across with a situation where you need to install a new library for your project, right? If current execution is going on, you have to terminate the current execution. Now, people, can you terminate the current execution? Correct. Okay. Now, after this, right, I'll fire npm I install jwt-decode. I'll press enter. So this command will install the library. Okay. Every one of you, have you installed the library? People, have you installed the library or not? Please let me know. Okay. Now, people, have a look over here. To use this JWT decode library, here, what are we doing? Here, first of all, we need to import that function, correct? To import that function, what I'm going to do now, imp jwt-decode, and here I'll mention jwt_decode. Now have a look over here. Data equal to jwt_decode into the bracket res.token Correct. Now here, what I'll do, here I'll just provide CLG, this dot data. Okay, now let me ngserve hyphen ngserve hyphen o. We will have a look over here. We will here, if you'll observe here, is it giving you complete decoded value or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct, everyone? Here it's giving you the complete decoded information or not. Right? So this thing, have we done it using JWT underscore decode or not? Correct? Then now it will tell me local storage dot set item username data dot name. Can I use it? Now have a look over here again. People, have a look over here. Have you received username in the? Have you received username into our session storage or not? How come? How can we receive this thing? Here, right? What we did here, after getting this JSON object, here, am I storing this username? Am I storing this username into the local storage or not? All of you agree with this? Then this local storage username, can I access it? Can I access it into my? Can I access it into my user dashboard component or not? Correct, everyone? Yes or no?
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
All of you clear with this or not? Now, have a look over here. Now this work what I'll do, this work I'll do it inside the method called ng-on-init. Why ng-on-init? Ng-on-init, it's a lifecycle method which will come into the picture when your component is initialized. When your component is initialized. Now what I'll do here, constant username equal to username of type string equal to single quote. Correct. And here what I'll do, username equal to local storage dot get item username. And people, this username, can I use it over the UI for printing purpose? People, is it showing welcome Abhi or not? People, did you understand this part or not? Balaji, Jyoti, Purnima, Deepak. Okay. Harsh, Sudhindra, Michelle replied. Okay.
Hey, Abhi, I was able to follow up on these, but when I run the JWT query, it is showing some error.
That is fine, Vignesh. That is not an issue. That I'll help you to sort it out. Okay.
Okay.
That I'll help you to sort it out. Don't worry about it. Fine. So people, now could you please do one thing? Here, could you please add the stuff at your end? Have you installed the library, correct? After installing the library, right? First, this is the thing that you have to do it. Line number 4. All of you done with this import? Please let me know. Then, this data part already we have done it, correct? Line number 24, you have to add it.
Abhi, what is the command to install the JWT library? Because it's
It
showing
is
me error
npm
npm
I
I
npm I
JWT
JWT hyphen decode. Just a second, I'll show it to you.
Alright, it's showing. Yeah.
We can you ping in the chat?
Yeah, just a second. This is the command. I've shared it, okay?
Okay, where have we declared this dot data?
This dot data we declared in the same class only. Have a look over here. Line number 13.
Oh, okay.
Done, everyone? People done? Okay. After this, right, what we did, we went to the user component TS, and there we have added this stuff. This stuff I'll share it to you on a notepad PW. We'll have shared that stuff with you, okay? And this is the stuff over the user component.html file. Done, everyone? Okay, the next point. Now, people, are we done with this part, correct? Okay, next point. Now here, what we need to do, if the browser is, by mistake, it is closed, and if I hit my site, right, it should display me the stuff again, correct? This point and this point 3, are they related or not? Hello? Because these 2 points are related, correct?
Right away. Yeah.
Correct. Now, in this case, right, in this case, even though it is concerned with the point 2 as well. So here in Angular, right, in Angular, right, will come across, in Angular, right, will come across with a concept called auth guard. Will come across with a concept called auth guard. Okay. Now, when you talk about the auth guard, right, what this auth guard will do? It's going to guard the, after authentication only. After authentication only, it will give you the access for your particular routing point. After authentication or after having some sort of confirmation, then it will allow you to go or to access that particular routing. Before that, it will not allow you to, before that, okay, or if you don't have a valid token, right, it will not allow you to access. Okay, it will take you to the login page. It will instruct you, you please go perform the login, take the token, and then only then I will give you the direct access. Otherwise, I will not. Otherwise, I will not give you the access. People, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
People, could you please give me a minute? I will change my network because network speed is a bit slow. I'm able to see on my phone. Could you please give me a minute? I'll just change my network, okay?
Sure.
Okay, now people, am I audible, right? Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the update and thanks for waiting for a minute. Now, we will have a look over here. Here, right? We understood, we have to handle this guarding part, correct? Now, this auth guard, people tell me in which module can I declare this guard? Is it required only for the dashboard or is it required for all the modules? Did you get my point or not? See, what is the responsibility of this auth guard? Anyone wants to access any routing point. If the user is holding a valid token, then only then this guard will allow you the access. Otherwise, the guard will not allow you the access. Correct, everyone? Now people tell me this thing has to be applied throughout the application. Agree? First point. Second point will be in this case, here, this guard specification, where should I write it? Should I write it into the auth module or core module or dashboard module or anywhere somewhere else?
Maybe an app
What do you think?
component.
Prithvi, yeah, Prithvi?
In app component itself, we can use, right? Instead of all this.
Prithvi, that okay. You mean to say app module?
App module, yeah.
Okay. That one also we can do it, Prithvi. True. But Prithvi, what is the expectation with the core module, Prithvi?
Maybe we'll use some structural directives so that it
That
will
is
not allow.
whatever the common things that we needed across the application, correct? We'll keep it into the we are keeping under the core module or not? Agree?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. So, and this core module, it's already loaded, right? So here, what we'll do, we'll take that advantage. Now, this guard will create it. This guard will create it under which module? We'll create it under the core module only. Clear?
Okay.
For that purpose, I have to follow one command. Just a second. Sorry everyone, my kid was shouting. Okay, sorry for this inconvenience. My wife, she took him outside. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, sorry for this inconvenience and sorry for this disturbance. Okay, now people have a look over here. To create this, right here, what I'll do to create this guard, right? The command will be ng generate guard core slash auth. Now people, in this case, ng generate people, is there need to explain this? What is this ng? It will instruct to create the guard. for the application. Now core is what? Module name, folder, guard name. People, are you clear with this complete explanation for the same? Right? So now finally what I'll do, here I'll fire the command ng generate guard followed by core slash whatever the guards we want to create it, right? All the guards will hold it under the which folder? Guards folder, that's it. And name of the guard is auth. So now if I'll expand my core module, now there you can have a look. Okay, now here it will ask this guard you want to create it for what purpose. Here we want to take it for the can activate purpose. Now can activate means it will activate the specific routing. Is it clear or not? Okay, now if you look into this, right, have we received guards folder, and inside this guards, right, we got the auth guard. People, can you fire the same command at your end? I'm sharing this command. I'm sharing this command over the chat. All of you done with this?
Yeah.
Okay, next point. Now people, whenever you'll create the guards, right, now have a look over here. People, it is marked with which decorator?
Injectable.
Injectable, correct? People, yesterday have you used injectable decorator or not for the services, right? Have you used injectable for the services or not? Now tell me, in this case, for this guard, how many instances will get it?
Only one.
Correct. We'll get only a single one. Why? Because injectable will help us to create a singleton one. Singleton object, it will provide it, correct? So from that perspective, here we'll get a singleton object. Next point. Now people, is it treated like a service or not? If it is treated like a service, correct? Now people tell me, whenever we will create the services, right, the services has to be registered or not? Did you get my point? Services has to be registered, yes or no?
Yes.
Where will register the services? Can I
In
register the services inside the core model TS, correct? Inside this core model.ts, here, can I use providers, correct? And here, can I provide that auth guard? I'll just save it. Clear, everyone? Well, can you do the same thing at your end quickly so that we can proceed? Okay, now have a look over here. So I have rested my guard. Now, inside this guard, right? Inside this guard, this can activate method will return. This can activate method will return a Boolean value. This one will return a which type of value? It will return a Boolean value. Okay. Now, here what I'll do. Now here I will specify if local storage dot data equal to local storage dot get item called JWT token, right? Now if we have the data, that means it has an existence, then do something. If not, then do something. I'll return false. And now here what I'll do, here I will introduce a constructor private router colon router. People have a look over here. If the user is not having a token to access the particular routing point, then will return false. Okay, but this user has to be routed. This user has to be routed to /auth/login or not? Did you get the point or not?
Correct.
If you don't have, will you go and take the token? For that purpose, I'm redirecting to login and I'm returning false. Okay, now if you have a token, okay, fine with that. But people tell me, do we need to check that this token is valid or not?
Our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.